Hey, beautiful people. Good evening. Welcome back to our channel. Hey, guys. Happy Sunday. How's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our channel. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thank you so much. Thank you. Today is Sunday, the 16th of March, the year of our Lord 2025. I hope your year is going well. I hope you are working towards those goals, those dreams, and all the things that you have written down for this year. May the Lord help us and see us through. This year will be a very good year for us in Jesus' name. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Julie, you're number one today. How are you? Hi, Joy. Welcome. Billionaire Jonesy, babe. How are you? Nice to see you. Please give us a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Adana, my darling, I hope you are good. So lovely to see you. I heart you. I hug you. Thank you so much, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. Tonight, I'm sharing another real life story. So, the story we did on Thursday was a true life story, and the one I'm sharing tonight is even closer because it's someone that is a member of our community. Okay, so the reason why they've asked me to share this story is because they need some, she needs some guidance, she needs some advice. So we're going to listen with empathetic understanding, because it's going to raise a lot of emotions tonight. The first time I heard the story, I cried because it was so emotional. And I did, in the last show, I started talking about it a little bit, because that was the day I heard the story. So it really, really affected me. I was like, oh my God. So we're talking about generational trauma today. Yes, there's a lot going on in our community that we take for granted. We think is normal, but actually they're absolutely abnormal. So many abnormal things that will, some people grow up. I mean, we all had some abnormal growing up. Excuse my trauma spelling there. I have a typo there. Yeah, we all have a bit of trauma here and there while growing up, but I think some people had it more than others. Yeah, some people had it way more than others. So the story I'm going to share with you today is one that is laden with a lot of childhood trauma. There are things that we normalize when you come from a place like Nigeria. I think is mostly common in African societies, but more so in Nigeria, this is quite common. We normalize things that should not be normal. For instance, we normalize the fact that children should be the one, even when they are still children, to be responsible financially for the upkeep of the family. So a lot of people have children that they cannot care for. I mean, we all know one or two or 10 or 20 or 100 families that had a lot of children that they could not financially care for. And that is what has really, really brought the issue of the first daughter. I call it the first daughter syndrome. Have you guys heard the stories on social media? I'm sure you've heard many stories about first daughters. First daughters always complaining. The first daughter automatically become a second parent. They just become a second parent. It's like their parents adopt them, even though they are a child themselves. Like their parents have just adopted them to parent alongside. And so a lot of the responsibility, emotional, financial, psychological, physical responsibility that comes with child caring for the other children usually will fall on the first daughter. First sons too, but mostly first daughters. And we've normalized this so much that, and the first daughters are everywhere saying the burden of being breadwinners, the burden of having to train their younger ones, the burden of taking care of their parents from when they were children is too much. Yeah, we've normalized a lot of that. So this story is around this kind of is a situation like that where oh yeah, Kukwa, you said it too. First daughter syndrome, right? Yeah. It's a daughter syndrome. Yeah. We've normalized it. Annie, how are you? So nice to see you. Kukwa, you're an example of a first daughter syndrome. Yeah. How many first daughters do we have here? Yeah, I'd like to hear your experiences. How has it been for you growing up? At what age did your parents make you believe that you are part of the family now, in that you are part of the parent now? And when did you stop being a child? At what age did you stop being a child that you had to take on, financial responsibility for your parents and your siblings? So an abnormality. It's not normal. Yeah, it's not normal for children to become parents at a very young age. Yeah. Kate says, since I moved abroad when I was 19. Oh my goodness. Similar age to the story we are sharing tonight. Yeah. Is similar age to the story we are sharing tonight. So let me quickly jump on the story because it's quite long. I'm going to paraphrase it. Welcome everybody. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Please give us a thumbs up. Welcome. Give us a thumbs up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Subscribe if you haven't done so you can join the stream. We're talking about we're sharing a story tonight, a real life story whereby it's a lot of dysfunction in our communities, too much dysfunction, upbringing. And I usually say that these things have a way of coming out. They will come out one way or the other. People think that whatever they go through will not affect them. Especially Nigerians, we think we are so resilient. And we think that when we have gone through a lot of all that dysfunction and all that trauma and doing unspeakable things in the process of caring for your children, for your parents and your siblings, we think we can escape it. Some people think that it is not going to come out. No, it does. It does. Yeah, it does. So I like to hear from all the first daughters or first sons, if you are one that inherited a lot of problems, like a lot of financial strain and responsibility in your very young age. Because what it does is that a lot of this affect people's lives. It affects relationships. It affects their ability. Some people don't. I know a lot of first daughter who couldn't even marry because of all this first daughter syndrome of responsibility, because they were busy training their younger ones. And we've heard so many stories here where they will come out and say that the younger ones that they were busy training, they spent all their life training. They are all married now. They've all gone to school now. And then they will now come and ask you, did I send you? They will now come and start disrespecting that first daughter. Come bell. Lady Okay say, I started paying my younger one's school fees in my year 3 in uni. My younger brother's school fees. The year boy dropped out and still collecting money. Wow. My younger brother moved in with me immediately I got married. Thank God he graduated. He's still doing well in Canada. Stories plenty. That mom of 5 says, I'm a first daughter and I inherited school fees of 2 sisters and unending responsibilities. Yes, that's the black tax that we are talking about, ba. Kate said, it almost happened to me, Auntie B. Thank God I borrowed my sense and got married when I did. Yes. Most times, a lot of times, first daughters, because you are caring for your parents, you're doing so much, you end up not getting married. And then they will come and ask you, those younger ones will come and ask you in the future, did we send you? Then you now come and start crying. May the Lord help us. So it's not easy. Jackie Kim said, Auntie B, when our ancestors went to make pact with the devil, we the children suffer from it. Not just Nigeria, also in the Caribbean, is a spiritual matter, spirit of poverty. No, it's not spiritual. I don't agree that it's a spiritual matter. Poverty it's got nothing to do with spirits. It doesn't have anything to do with spirit. It's just lack. And because there were no provisions. In this part of the world, people generally don't have babies like that. They take their time to think if they can care. I mean, not in all cases, but a lot of times you see, it's unheard of in Africa for you to see whether it's the poor people that have more children. In the poor people. So yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with spirit. Poverty has nothing to do with spirits. And that's why you cannot pray yourself out of poverty. Dr. Shola is always saying that if you could pray yourself out of poverty alone, just prayers, a lot of people in Nigeria will be rich. People in Africa will be the richest in the world. Yeah, no, it's not spirits. It's just poverty is what it is. Yeah, it's not having something to fall back on because your parents did not have. Because we've never created, it's now that as Black people, we are talking about generational wealth. That's why when we talk about polygamy here and, all the problems that comes with it, those our forefathers just used to have children, so many children they couldn't take care of. They had so many wives. They didn't think about leaving any inheritance in a lot of times. I would like to know how many people got inheritance from their parents here today. If your parents are not alive anymore and you're watching this stream and you inherited something, not house, not one house that you and all your siblings have to share. Like if they left something for you, please let me know in the comment in the chat. Let me know. Kate said, even getting married when I did, I waited 5 years before having my kids because of black tax. Kukwa said, to be honest, at almost 50, I have no passion to care for anyone anymore. It's rather unfortunate I feel this way, but it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. When you are done, you are done. When you've done it and, you come to a point where you can't do it anymore, you can't do it anymore. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do about it, my dear. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. You need to know your limits. In life, it's very, very important for you to know what you can do and what you cannot do. Welcome, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. I'm going to tell the story now. So please give us a thumbs up. Welcome. Ngozi said, I'm first generation, so I can relate personally, but I can't relate personally, but I saw family members doing too much and how it sets many back. I think the biggest issue is Nigerians don't know how to set boundaries. This breeds entitlement. Absolutely. And Kukwa said the worst is when the fathers buy early and don't leave anything. Yes, RIP is a big problem. RIP, and leave a plenty children, plenty. First daughter syndrome. First daughter, first son, but I think it's mostly first daughter that really pay. They pay a lot. Osato said, now get that kind time. Live for yourself alone and do the one your capacity carries if you want to do. Forget all those emotional blackmail, gaslighting things the African parents do. Only happen in... it's easy for you to say. It's not so easy. La Labuki said, my mom left money for us, though I didn't need it, but I really appreciate it. I asked my siblings to share it amongst themselves. Oh, that's wonderful. If your parents are RIP and they left you something, I'd like to know. I'm curious. I want to know because we are talking about generational wealth all the time, and I want to know how many people actually had any inheritance from their parents. So, uh, it's not a house that you have to share. Mhm. Dr. Abby said, we did inherit from our dad, but had the issue of stepmother. Mhm. Pet said, my father had 5 kids, 1 boy and 4 girls. All the girls got a plot of land each, and our brothers got the rest, plus the family house. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, are you Nigerian? I can't tell from your name. Pet CQ. Jackie said, bless God, I and my 6 siblings inherited land from our late mother, or from our mother. She's still alive. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. I will come to the comment section later. Let me know if you inherited something from your parents, whether they are alive or RIP now. You are Cameroonian pet. Okay, I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. I'm so glad that we had parents who at least left something for their children. Yeah. So the story that I'm sharing with you today is one that is laced with all these issues of generational trauma, dysfunction, children carrying responsibility at the age of 18. So the young woman said to me that she dropped out of school because things were very hard. She didn't finish secondary school because she needed to go and hustle. Hmm. Dropping out of school because she needed to go and hustle. The parents did not have any means. They were, you know, low, very, very low income, struggling to eat, living in that kind of face me, I face you house, rented. Things were tough, which is the story of a lot of people. Hmm. So, at a very young age, at 18, she had to drop from school, unfortunately, to go and look for a way to survive. And there started the journey of going to the abroad. And you know that it's not everybody that came to the abroad that came by flight. Lagos to London, or Lagos to New York, or Abuja to London, or Abuja to wherever they are going. No. Some people took the route of traveling through the back road, which is the Libya or the Morocco or wherever they go through. I don't know where they have to go by road. And let's just call it what it is. It's trafficking. That's what it is. Okay. So basically, she got trafficked to come to the Europe. You know this kind of trafficking whereby you pay. They will bring you in and then you pay them back. How many of you remember that was going on quite a lot, especially in Edo State? I don't know if it's still happening now, but it was quite something that was so common. You can literally go to any place, especially in a place like Benin City, and all the houses in the street, they will tell you this one picking they abroad, these 3 children they abroad, this one 2 children they are. I think because there's no much industry and there's no much opportunities there. I know people just literally took it as a way to go and find what's it called, a means to survive, survivor. Yeah. I mean, there was a comedy, there was something that was raining once upon a time where they were asking children, where do you grow up? Where do you want to be? I saw it some years ago. They were asking children, if you grow up, where do you want to be? And they asked a child in Benin, where do you want to be if you grow up? He said, I want to go abroad. Yeah. Greener pastures. Thank you, Lady Oge. Yeah, I was struggling. I was trying to remember my word. Sometimes this English, they easy like that to speak. You go talk, you go forget. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's trafficking now. It's traffic. That's what it is now. When you pay somebody, may they carry you come abroad. Mhm. Let's say pay. They use their money. No. Yeah. So they will use their money, bring you. and they will come, maybe they spend about 10,000 or 15,000, then they will come tell you to pay them 60,000 back. That's trafficking. It's actually illegal. It's just that, according to this young lady, she said that the reason why she had to pay that money back is because if those people that bring you, if you not pay them, if you go for any reason, you don't pay them back because now agreement. Remember, one time they were even carrying girls to go and do juju and swear that they will not betray the madam that was bringing them. Yes, madam era. So she said that she needed to pay the money because if she didn't pay, if they cannot deal with you in Europe, they will go and deal with your family. And she didn't want that wahala for her family. So she had to pay. So basically, they brought her, then she had to pay the money back. And you know the business that they used to pay it's not to shade anybody, it's not to shame anybody, but it and as I said at the beginning, be like say we normalized it that it's okay for a first daughter to come to abroad, sell her body to raise the family from poverty. It is not all right. It is not. It is not all right. Even if everybody is doing it, does not mean that it is all right. It is not all right. It is not. Anyway, back to my story. Let me stick to it so I can narrate it quickly because it's long. She had to do it because there was no means of survival. So she came abroad, started doing this work. They call it road work because that's the only way you can make that kind of money. Anyway, against her better judgment, against her wishes, because she needed to pay the money back. Few years later, she succeeded in paying the money back, pay the madam that brought her back. Okay. And then she was sending money home to her family. And then started building a property. Once you finish, if you don't have documents, she didn't have documents. So she was like, okay, if I don't start building a property, I don't know what's going to happen in this country I am. The fee go throw me, go back home. So let me try and get something down. In case if anything happen, at least I'll go back and meet something. So she started saving money, to try to buy land, send money to her mother, buy a land, and start building the property. Okay. But she told me that in her mind, she knew that she didn't like this lifestyle. She knew that she didn't want to continue. She wanted to do something else. So, but the burden was so much that there was nothing else that she could do. Remember, without paper. For that kind of a work, you don't need paper. I mean, whenever I hear these stories, I just imagine, Olagbara o. Olagbara. I don't think these parents understand what it means for a young girl who is less than 20 to go out in the streets every night in obodooyinbo. Places like France, Italy, Germany, or wherever, and it's all around Europe. What it means, the danger, the risk of looking for different people that will pay you money. Anything could have happened. Anyway, so she now started trying to raise money. In the meantime, it was her responsibility to make sure that all her younger ones they are eating, that they are going to school, and all the financial responsibility was on her. She was sending money. And at a point, they now prevail on her that her parents prevail on her that she needs to bring her younger brother. She needs to bring her younger brother abroad. So she saved money again and brought that one abroad. And when the brother came, she now said, okay, that she's finished building the house to a certain extent. She said she didn't want to continue, that she wanted a different lifestyle. So she chose to do a different job, which was, mania job. Again, at that time, she had gotten her paper. So she now left that what she was doing, which was basically selling herself, to do something with a little bit more dignity, even though it's mania job. So she said that one thing she noticed is that whenever she start talking, by this time now I'm talking about years has passed though. Like I said, I'm just paraphrasing. It's a long story. Years have passed. She came when she was literally 18. Now she's in her 20s. Yeah. Whenever she talks about she's dating someone, she calls her mom to say, she's dating someone, she's thinking about settling down. The mom will tell her no. The mom will now go and do some consultation with, she all has pastors that she goes to, and say that the pastor said that the man is not good to be her husband. She said it happened the first time, it happened the second time, and she noticed that anytime that men come to approach her, they usually just want to marry her. They always come to say, oh, I want to marry you, I like you, I want to marry you, and all that. But whenever she tells her mom, the mom is always discouraging her. I said, yes, she will discourage you because you are the cash machine. You are the cash cow, basically. And if you marry, or if you have your own family, that money is going to stop coming. So she said, finally, she met this guy and she decided not to tell her mom because she believed that her mom would have found a reason for them not to get married. Now, this person that she met, this guy, is not from her tribe. Her ATM, their ATM, yeah. It's not from her tribe. It's from a different tribe within the same state. I don't want to mention the tribe. And she didn't tell her mom. They got together, they started living together, and next thing she got pregnant for the guy. And the guy started talking marriage. So when she was pregnant, that was even when she now no, I'm missing something. Let me try and remember. Before this happened, when she was living together with the guy, that was when her brother came. And she said that they had a discussion and they decided that, okay, they were going to move to a bigger house together so they can live together, or leave the place she was living for the brother. I think that was the first mistake they made, living together. They ended up living together, Sha. The brother came from Africa to join them, and they ended up living together. Apparently, the brother came and he was feeding the family back home, especially their mom, with information about her marriage or her relationship. They were not married, they were living together. And the mom was always she now finally called the mom and told the mom about the guy. She's pregnant, so the mom could not, now stop her from marrying the guy. But he's always having issues. She was always saying something negative about the guy, like, he's come to derail her, like he's come to take her money. She said things were not rosy. Like the kind of job they were doing, the job she was doing was a little bit better, but the guy did not have a good job at all. And the country they had did not have a lot of opportunities. Okay. So they started having issues. She started having issues with her younger brother. And she said the younger brother was very, very disrespectful. So told so many things to her mom. And instead of the mom to call her and ask, he's always automatically taking the side of the younger brother. So it became a case of she and her husband against the family, the rest of the family, which is her mom and her younger brother, and even the brothers and sisters in Nigeria. Yeah. Please, guys, give us a thumbs up if you are enjoying the gist. I'm trying to recall it as we go along because it's very long. Nick Deji said, mistake number 1, do not live as an adult with family members, especially when you are in a marriage or engagement. It will add stress to your relationship. Good advice. Thank you very much for that. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much. The story is just unfolding. So, they started having issues. Started having issues with her mom. And she noticed that their relationship was not as cordial anymore because the mom was now seeing her husband as like someone like is an intruder who's come to derail her from whatever the expectation is, what's the expectation? Is for her to be bringing money. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. I appreciate everybody that has liked. Thank you so much. So she now had a daughter and the issues escalated. And then she said something that she noticed that the brother was living a life that was very, very reckless. Like he was going after women and he was using women. So basically, he was dating different women and collecting money from them. And she was telling him that he shouldn't do that. That, I mean, in this part of the world, you can get into serious trouble from doing that. He will promise this one that he will marry this one. He will promise this one that he will marry this one. Was just living a very reckless lifestyle. Was just, being a gigolo, basically. And then something happened about the house that she had built in Nigeria. They were planning to get another property. Okay, they were planning to get another property, and they got some money. They got their hands on some money, and they were planning to build another property now with her partner, her husband. And the mom was trying to discourage them again from doing that. Was trying to discourage them. So when the issue of the property, the new one came up, they decided that they're going to build it one way or the other. They sent the money back home to her mom. The mom refused to release the money. She was not giving excuses. She was giving excuses. She didn't want to release the money anymore, basically. Then I said, okay, if you don't want to release the money, they want to use the money and do their marriage. They want to use the money and do their traditional marriage and church marriage and everything. And she said, never. She's not going to agree that they need to go and look for another money to do marriage. It then became a big problem. And the mom played one kind of a game between them in that, she said so many things that were untrue. And she said something to me that she started having problem with her husband as a result, because the mom had said something to the husband, and when she spoke to the mom about this same matter, the mom denied it, that she never said something like that. And she took the side of the mom. And the husband was like, she was like, it's my mom that has known all my life. How can I believe that my mom is lying to me? And this man I just met a few years ago, So there was that that going on. It became a very big problem. The husband was very, very, very angry. Was not happy because the mom had lied. Yes, mistake number. I like the way you guys are picking out the mistakes. Very, very good. Very, very good. Sylvia said mistake number 2, you will not send money to a mom that don't want you to be in a relationship. Yes, they did. Actually, it was the husband that came up with the idea that since the mom had already built a house for her before they got together, that she's capable. Okay? She's capable of doing it. So the mom now was holding on to that money, was telling people that the younger brother had gone to tell the mom that the money belongs to his sister, that the husband is just trying to use her. I think they didn't like the fact that she and her husband were close and trying to build together. They didn't like that fact. They wanted them to be giving her money to the family and allowing the husband, who was struggling, to they should be suffering together. This time around, she already had 2 kids. So she noticed that there was a lot going on in the family. They were turning up against her. And she said she decided to go to Nigeria. When they had this big issue with the mom about the money, and she decided in her mind that, okay, she has a child now, or she has children now. So sorry, my dear, if I'm not saying the story According to how you told me, it's long. Oh my God. She's like in her mind that the document of the first property, she needs to go and collect it because the way the mom was carrying on, if she doesn't collect it, she doesn't know what's going to happen because it seems like the family is ganging up against her. So she went to Nigeria and tried to get it from her mom. The mom didn't want to give it to her. She had to play a trick on the mom and say, oh, let me check the name on it. Is the name correct? Maybe the name is not correct, or maybe I need to add my another name or something. That's how the mom brought it out. She took it and went and kept it in the bank. That's how she was able to get the document. But however, the document, keeping it in the bank, the receipts, she said that she took the receipt and gave the original back to the mom. That was another wahala down the line again to get it from the mom. Anyway, with the issue of the money that they were going to use, she and her husband were going to use to invest on another property, the mom was not willing to release the money, and he didn't want to use it for what they told her to do because he felt like the husband was using her. It became a big problem. Eventually, they had to look for a way to use, wisdom to get the money from her. By the time she was going to give the money back, it was short. Why was it short? She said she'd bought land from it. The money was not complete anymore. Anyway, eventually they collected the money from her and then found somebody else to help them to buy land and build the property. So over the years, the cocoa of the matter is that, let me summarize now. The cocoa of the matter is that over the years, the relationship with her family deteriorated significantly since she got married. Okay, the issue of paying her bride price and them doing the marriage, they did the marriage in the abroad, but paying the bride price, became a problem again. It was something that it took a lot of intervention before it could happen. So apparently, what the mom had said is that the mom said that she didn't want her to go through the same thing she went through because her father went and had a child outside after she built with him. I don't know if you guys understand. So in mama talks say, I think they suffer. Make I talk for pigeon. I think they suffer following papa. The papa betray him. When they don't get anything, when they start from rent, so they come build house. And the house when the parents come build that time, now mama even struggle pass for the money. Let's say it was like 70-30. The papa bring 30, the mama bring 70. Say the husband, which is her own father, betrayed her by he can't go give another woman belly for outside. So apparently the mother is saying, I don't want you to go through the same thing, that men can be trusted. Because your father betrayed me, this your husband, you trust him too much. I don't want you to go and build with him because he can betray you. She said, well, I'm sorry it happened to you. My dad did that to you, but my dad is not my husband. This is my choice. I choose to build with this man. We have our issues, but this is how I want to live my life. I don't want to live my life the way you and my father lived. Yes. Dr. Abieti Gete. She was projecting her own pain. Yes. She was projecting her own issues, past experiences on her daughter. Yes. That's why she was trying to frustrate the building of a property thing. Aha. Lesson number 3. Oh, you guys are really making me happy with all this lesson. Oh, Emma Kushe. Thank you. As much as we are taught to respect and honor our parents, sometimes they themselves don't always know best. Pay attention to behavior and respond accordingly to save yourself from harm. Absolutely. Hmm. Okay, so where did I stop? Okay, so eventually they moved to another country within the same Europe, for better opportunities. Now, they got the marriage has been done, everything has been done, but the strain within the family remains. Even her siblings in Nigeria all turned against her. So they're not really talking to her. Oh, let me talk the part of the brother. Let me quickly narrate the part of the brother that I forgot. That brother got into trouble. He got into trouble because of all these women that he's going out with, and something happened to him. One of the women did something to him. And again, they blamed her for it. Why did you allow that to happen? He's an adult. He's a grown man who didn't listen, was collecting money from different women. One of them decided to deal with him. And it was something that was significant, you know. So that too was his fault. Was her fault now, your brother that came to be with you. Why did you allow this to happen to him? So the family, you're not together. So the where she's moved to now, the new country where she moved to, one of her brother now lives there. Okay. They've not had an opportunity to iron out their issues. She said that, even though they are sending the mom money, the mom still has not accepted the husband. He still believes that maybe there's something um fishy going on there. And the siblings not good together. They are not really talking to her. She said something that was significant. She said one time she went to Nigeria, and when she went to Nigeria eventually to go and collect her papers, I think I mentioned that she went to Nigeria, right? From her mom, from the house, the first house, that the one of the siblings said that they wanted to see her. They were going to hold a family meeting and told her to come. She said that she was scared. She didn't know what they were planning, so she was worried. She didn't want to go. And so the minute she collected the document and went and kept it in the bank, she didn't go back to them. They didn't even know the time she left Nigeria. And since then, she says she goes to Nigeria, she does not see them. She can even go to the same city where they live and they will not know she's around. Because she cannot trust them again because of the issues that have happened between them over the years. You see? Okay, so the cocoa of the crux of the matter, the advice she needs from you over the farm now. I can't remember most of the things that happened. So many things happened. And none of them is good in terms of the way the family the mom especially, has behaved over the years. Okay. Her brother lives in the city, in the same country where she lives now. Not in the same city, but in the same country. The mom came to visit. Okay. And she's saying that she doesn't know what to do in terms of the mom saying that he wants to come to their house. So the husband is saying that because of the lies that your mom have told about me and the fact that she doesn't wish me well. It's like she never really accepted me from the time we got married. I don't feel comfortable having your mom in my house. If your mom is going to come to my house, I'm going to have to leave. For the period that she's here, I will leave the house for her and you. So she's torn. She's torn. She doesn't know what to do in terms of what is she going to do? The mom wants to come to their house. Remember, she's not the one that invited the mom, it's the brother. Meanwhile, this brother that is inviting the mom and is not in good terms with her. So I'm like, how is she not trying to fix all this rift between her children? So she's asking, should I allow my mom to come to my house? That's why I put in the title, should I listen to my husband or my mother? The mom wants to come to her house, spend time with her, meet her children. And the husband is saying, if she comes, I'm going to leave temporarily to go stay somewhere and go to work from there, because things are looking up for them now. They are doing a bit better, still trying to live their life, trying to train their children and all that. And she's like, what am I going to do? Should I listen to my husband or should I allow my mom to come? That is the big cross of this whole palaver. Welcome everybody if you are just joining us. I'm talking about first daughter syndrome, where a first daughter feels like, the minute she got married, her family turned against her because they felt like her husband is going to stop her from taking care of her family. And as a result, over the years, the family, they've not been in good terms. Now the mother wants to come. Should she listen to her husband, or should she allow her husband to come? So me, I've already given her my opinion, but she wants to hear from you, Obodo Farm, and I will tell you what my opinion is. Or should I tell you last? Maybe I should tell you last. Okay. Let me take calls now. If you have an opinion about this, I know you guys are typing a lot, but I'd like you to come in. She might not be able to read the comments. uh there was a lot of comment going on there, but if you want to speak, please jump in the studio, use the link. Nick, that you say absolutely not, I don't trust her motives at all. Okay. Nick is saying listen to your husband. Kate said, I won't lie, I sent my mom packing from my house because she wasn't giving me peace. No baton. Segla said, rent Airbnb for mom and only do a short visit if you must. I don't think she can really afford Airbnb at the moment. I don't think she can. And again, oh, if you're Nigerian, you will know that is a no, no, no. If you are renting somewhere for your mom to stay, that means you are telling your mom she can't come to your house. Nah, it's not going to work. Sylvia said, does your husband know about her past life? If he does and still forgive her, she better have sense and focus on her marriage and build her home. The mom sees her as a cash cow and not happy with the hobby. Yes, the husband definitely knows about her previous life. Yeah, they met in the country. So yeah, he knows. He knows. Holy Mary says she's better off without her family. She should stay away from them if she knows what's good for her husband, and her kids. Yeah. What is your advice for this our Obodo Farm? She wants to hear from you. She thinks very highly of all of you. You should see the way she's praising all of you. Oh, I was supposed to send the thing to Brother Patrick. I forgot to Egba me. Brother Patrick, I'm so sorry. Emma Binu. Okay, I'm taking calls now. Winnie, welcome. What do you think with all this going on? Should she allow mom to the
Oh,
house?
hello. Can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yes, I can.
It's my first time calling, so I'm a bit nervous.
Oh, thank you very much. Don't be nervous. We are nice here. Where are you joining us from?
From one brother in London.
Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Right. Have you heard the story?
I have had a story, and it's unfortunate for a sister, really, because if it sounds like
Mm-hmm.
she's kind of not choosing herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still really worried about wanting to please her mom, and
Yeah.
and I think that is wrong. I think she needs to choose herself and her family. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a great believer that we don't choose where we are born. You
Yeah.
know, you don't choose the family you're born into,
Mm-hmm.
but as you grow up, now you need to make a choice
Absolutely.
of the family you have chosen. Like, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
your husband, your children. And I don't think she's doing that.
Yeah.
I think she needs to give us, first of all, she needs to give herself permission
Mm-hmm.
and to choose herself and to choose her family and stop wanting to please her mom,
Yeah.
because in the place of where even her husband is saying, I will leave for your mom to come, I
Mm-hmm.
think already that is, that's like a big message for, you know, for, for the husband to even
Yeah.
say that. And
Mm-hmm.
I think if she can't see you know, that, and also I would like to know, did the mom apologize of all our bad behaviors she was displaying?
She said that they've had a conversation when she confronted the mom, about so many things that she said, like all the seeds of discord she sowed, between her and her husband in the past. The mom had told so many lies against her. The mom
Yeah,
has listened to the siblings. It's like the mom is colluding with the siblings against her. She feels
yeah,
like they've ganged up against her over the years. Ever since she got married was when all this started. And when
right.
the brother came to join her, it became worse. So it was like the little spy who
Mm,
was feeding every information back home to tell them,
mm,
oh, this is how they are living. Oh, this is what is going on. I don't know.
Mm.
Why would a mother not be happy that her daughter is getting married?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, or some people text saying in the text that yeah, because if she's the provider of the mom, I think it's understandable that she wouldn't want her to settle down, because then if she does that, then the support will stop.
Yeah,
But then for me, that is even her reasoning about, oh, because of what her dad did, that's not good enough.
yeah,
Because as a parent, you should be supporting your child, and you should let them make their own mistakes, and you should be there just to support whatever, whichever way they choose to go. And for me, if I was that sister, I will keep my mom very far from
mm-hmm,
me, love her
mm-hmm,
from a distance,
mm-hmm.
yeah, love her, because obviously she's also has her own traumas, but it is not your job to mother your mom. It is your job to look after yourself, look out for your child, for your children, and also look out for your husband, because now this is your mom.
Absolutely.
It's not his
Mm-hmm,
mom.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
my contribution.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And you did very well. Do call us again, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Winnie. I appreciate you. Okay. Should she listen to her mother or her husband? Mom wants to come and stay, spend time with grandchildren. Relationship has been fractured over the years. Husband is saying, I'm going to leave the house temporarily, find somewhere to stay, go to work from there. I'm not going to stay with your mom in the same house because of what she's done to us over the years. I've forgiven her. Oh, I forgot to add the fact that the husband is sending money to the mom every other month still. Over the years, he's been sending money. He's like, I'm forgiving her, but I'm going to love her from afar. We are still in laws, but I can't trust her to be in the same house around my children or the food I'm going to eat. I don't trust her. What do you think, Nick Deji? Welcome, darling. Hi, Houston. Unmute yourself. Hello, Nick. You're muted.
Sorry,
Oh,
can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you now.
Sorry,
Welcome.
happy
Mhm.
Sunday. I was too
Happy
busy
Sunday, darling.
commenting.
Hmm.
Commenting. But, honestly, oh my gosh, this story. Okay. So, please forgive me all, because whatever I say is going to be very direct and very straight to the point.
Go ahead.
No matter what, as I'm a born again Christian, and I follow what the Bible says, which says honor your father and your mother so that your days will be long.
Hmm.
But the Bible also say, parents, do not provoke your children to anger. Now, in as much as we come from a culture that we are taught, it's ingrained in us that we respect our elders, we
Hmm.
honor our father and our mother. You have to also realize that sometimes there are people in your family that do not want the best for you.
Hmm.
And sometimes misery loves company.
Hmm.
I don't know this mother's intention, but
Hmm.
now, even though the mother has gone through some trauma, and,
Hmm.
how can you even be suspicious of your own child that is doing so much, not only for you, but for your other children, her siblings, and you're still trying to ruin happiness in her life? If
Okay, let me add this. Sorry. I told you this story is long. I forgot a lot of it. There's the point where the mom, when they had a frank talk, because Winnie was asking me if she asked for forgiveness. The mom actually asked for forgiveness a while ago, but this is what she said. She said that the daughter has not done what other girls from that community, when they go abroad, what they do for their parents. That the daughter has not bought her gold. She's not
mm,
wearing gold. The daughter
Jesus.
has not bought her a car.
Mm,
He's not built her a house. And she's talking about getting married to a man who is not even earning as much as she is earning. So this is her grievance.
okay. You know what? One thing, I forgot what they say. I think the saying goes, comparison is the thief of joy,
Mm-hmm.
right? For that mom, again, this is where you have to have honest communication and transparency, all parties involved, from mother to daughter, whatever. If she has expectations that this is what she expects for her daughter to do, she should have communicated that to the daughter. You know, let's say any type of conversation, I'm looking forward to you making it big in life because I would like for you to do these things. One thing I've always said when I've had jobs and when I get into roles and they ask me to do something, I would do it the way that makes sense to me, right? I had a
Mm-hmm.
situation one time. I was working with this controller in the accounting department, and he asked me to put something together. I put it together based on my understanding and what I thought made sense. And when I gave it to the person now said, "Why did you do it like this? This is not what I wanted. Da 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 da. You should have done this. You should have done this." I said, "How will I know that? I'm not a mind reader. If you know you want me to do something, you have to communicate that to me. And
Yeah.
I can tell you whether I'm capable or I'm not capable, or whether
Mm-hmm.
I can learn, I can pick up. For the mother to see what other children are doing and have the expectation that how would her daughter know this is what she wants for her? Then,
Yeah.
two, is that even realistic? This
Yeah.
child is living on her own. It's okay. Let me go back. It's very I Unfortunately, I came here when I was two. My
Mm.
mom came here. I was two. My brother after me was one. And my mother migrated from Nigeria to America because my father was in medical school in Dominican Republic. And the distance between Dominican Republic to the US is a lot easier and simpler than going all the way to Nigeria. So they made that decision. And there was a call for nurses and doctors in America at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I've lived all my life, but a lot of times people that don't migrate from Nigeria and live in other places, not necessarily America, other countries, do not understand how things work there. And
Mm-hmm.
they really believe in America, money falls from the trees. You walk
Yeah,
down the
absolutely.
streets and
Mm-hmm.
money's everywhere. You just
Yeah.
scoop up the money and you're okay. And when you explain it to them and you try to educate them, it's like they feel you are lying to them. They feel
Mm-hmm.
you are deceiving them
Yeah.
until they get the opportunity to come here and they realize, wow, it's a struggle. Wow,
Yeah.
you people have to pay rent every month. You people have to pay bills. You people have to, like, it's almost like a shock to their system. And when they're now put in that same position as well to hustle to do this, they realize it's not easy, and they have to now share that same story with those they left behind asking
Yeah.
for money. So
Yeah.
let's put that to the side. This girl, I commend, I'm sorry, I don't know if it's a girl, lady, but I commend all
Woman.
that she
Yeah.
has, woman, all she's been
Mm-hmm.
trying to do, all she has attempted to do. I'm proud of you for even trying. I'm proud of
Mm-hmm.
you,
Mm-hmm.
but the writing is on the wall. In as
Yeah.
much as your mother may love you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Naturally,
Mm-hmm.
you will feel that a mother will love their child.
Yeah.
Your mother is very selfish and is
Yes.
only looking out for her own interests.
Yeah.
Because any mother, and I say that love word very loosely,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know a parent, any parent, that will want their child to not be happy or not be married and have a life of their own, and they're still looking out for self. My mom has been, my own mother has been harassing me. You know how there is, everything was about, I'm training you for marriage, I'm preparing you for marriage, when you have your own children, when you have your own. It was as a kid, right? Because that was her goal, that one day I will find my husband, I will be married, blah blah blah. And for this mother to be like sabotaging that and doing all
Yes.
types of things does
Because
not make me,
she wants to wear gold and
exact,
let
does
me tell you
not.
what the women I know what the women in those communities do. That's where I'm from, so I know them. What they do is competition.
Hmm.
My children are abroad. How many children do you have abroad? How many do I have? Okay. Have your child built an upstairs? Have your child how many clothes? How many Hollandis? How many Georgies? How
Yeah, she
many
wants to pepper her
gold?
community. She wants to
This is
pose
what
for
they do.
them. Mm,
They want to pepper them. So that's what they do.
mm-hmm.
So they join all this. And you know what they call meeting? Do you know what they call meeting? And you are too American. You don't know what they call meeting. Meeting is like who let me explain what meeting is. Meeting is like a group. It's a group where
Yeah,
we
like the
come,
women's
a
group.
group of
Yeah, yeah,
women,
I know,
a
I know.
women's group.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
those
watch Yoruba
meetings, they
movies
will
now. I lived
join.
in Nigeria for a bit, so I know some of
No,
these
you
things. Yeah.
left Nigeria too, so you basically have no, you don't know Nigeria. They will join like 10 of those meetings. And let me tell you, those meetings, they have expectations. Every year they have clothes you have to pay for. They have outings.
Mm-hmm. They
Somebody's
go
father
to
will
parties,
buy.
they go to events, they
There's somebody's
contribute.
child
I
is
forgot
getting
what they
married.
do. Is it
You
the lottery? They
a
put
lot
money
of
to,
contribution.
yeah,
That's what they
yeah, I
use to
know.
do competition.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, and the other advice I would say to this lady, again, it goes back to my statement. And not only, outside of, let's apply logic, right? I don't know this lady's faith or her religion, whatever. But at the end of the day, sometimes our parents are
He's a
limited by
Christian.
their own exposure. Yes, I'm a Christian. Oh, she's a Christian.
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
Christian. Yeah.
Okay. So let me take the Christian avenue. I go to MFM and they teach us all the different weapons of warfare, right? And they always emphasize sometimes you have wicked elders, wicked family members. And I remember, growing up, you know how parents would say, "Oh, my child is in honor roll, my child is doing this, my child is doing that." You don't know who is hearing the information and hating your existence. There are some people that wish for your downfall because they don't want you to do better than them. I'm not saying that's her mother, but there's an aspect of, why don't you want your daughter to be married and to succeed? Because of gold, because of house, because of that? Does that even matter? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, she needs to wise up. Love
Mm-hmm.
your parents from afar, love your mother from afar. You
Mm-hmm.
have left, at the end of the day, your marriage. What does the Bible say? A man will leave his mother and father and he will cleave. He is to
Mm-hmm.
cleave to his wife. It is
Mm-hmm.
the two of you that will now form your own family unit.
Yeah.
And when I did premarital counseling, even in Nigeria, Rema Chapel, they said that when you marry, you are for each other. And
Yeah.
anything you do has to be a
Mm-hmm.
decision, especially for extended family members. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
do right by your in-laws, but you have to come in agreement. And with this lady's antics, this lady's mother's antics, I do not trust her. I'm sorry. Even if she said I'm sorry, I bet, because it's harder to, once you ring a bell, it's harder to unring. And if
Yeah.
she now allows the husband to go and say elsewhere, so her mother can come into that house, she must not love her marriage. Honestly, you
I
are,
know.
because to me, if I was in that husband's place, and
Mm-hmm.
my husband now asked me to leave the house so his mother can come, and I would now
Mm-hmm.
have to go somewhere to my discomfort to appease your mother for what? I mean, is the lady coming for medical reasons? No, she just wants to come and do,
And flex. It's part of the flex that she's
and she
always
wants to come
wanted.
and do Faji. So no,
Mm-hmm.
no, it's not possible. Tell your mother, make any excuse you want to make. And at
Yes.
the same time, I don't know what her mother is. Is her mother a Christian as well? Because this is not
She's
Christian
a
behavior.
Christian. Oh, let me bust your bubble, my darling. Nick
Mm,
Deji,
mm.
born again, spirits, tongue talking, demon chasing Nick Deji.
Mountain of fire, oh, mountain of
Let me
fire. You
mountain of
want your
fire,
life to
fire, fire,
change, go
fire,
to
fire,
mountain of
fire,
fire.
fire,
That's
fire,
right.
fire. The mom, as a Christian, was the one that was saying that pastors told her that those men, remember I told you at the beginning of the story that all the guys that came to marry her, the mom would tell her that no, she said the pastors were the one telling her that those men were not good.
Ironic,
The only reason
ironic.
why she even got married to this guy is because she didn't tell her mom that she
And
was pregnant.
and again, okay. But what does the Bible say? Anybody can say, "Lord, Lord." It doesn't mean that He knows them. And I'm not saying, please forgive me. I'm not trying to disrespect your mom, but maybe your mom is a baby Christian and she still hasn't grown in spirit, because she wouldn't have been doing all these things to her own daughter's life and demise. If I was her, tell her mother she won't be able to accommodate them. I have a friend that she was married to her husband for almost 20 years before the mother-in-law can ever visit them. And when the mother-in-law visited them, even though it was a short period, it really put a stress into their marriage. And even though they
Wow.
had other issues, they eventually divorced. But that was a turning point for her when that mother-in-law came. and frustrated
Wow.
them in their marriage. So
Oh,
if she
wow.
loves her husband and she loves what they're building, what they're doing, and the journey they're on, do not give the devil room. I'm not saying her mother is the devil,
Yes,
but devil
yes.
can use anybody to
Anyone.
tempt you to sin, to tempt you to destroy what God has built up that is good in your life.
Yeah.
Do not, we don't, what if the mother comes and say, because of, hypothetically, I'm not saying this is her portion, God forbid it will not be her portion, but what if there's a bad mother that will now come to the daughter's house and say, okay, I've been talking to you, you don't want to listen, and I went to see the witch doctor, he said I should use this thing, if I put that thing inside the house, that's how the marriage will break, let me just go for the purpose of that. You don't know. You don't know. And if this lady is not strong in spirit and strong in her prayers, you don't know what the enemy will use to frustrate your home, that what you have built up, they want to destroy it. Some people don't want to see you doing better than them. Some people
Absolutely.
want you down in the gutter with them, you
Mm-hmm.
know and you have to, you forget about even Christianity. Use, open your eyes. You have to pay attention to patterns and trends. The
Mm-hmm.
pattern and trend of this mom is that she doesn't want for your good when it comes to this marriage relationship. Despite her past trauma, despite
Yeah.
what has happened, she doesn't
Mm-hmm.
want your good when it comes to this marriage. And you should not give room to that and almost feed. Like, yeah, and I feel bad for the husband because he has
Yeah.
put up with a lot. And
Yes.
honestly, I
I
would
told
have
I told
never
her.
put up with that much.
Yeah, I told her. I said you have a good man. You have a good
Mm-hmm.
husband. You have a good husband. Despite everything, he's still sending money. But this
And
kind
he
of
needs to
mothers.
reduce the frequency of that.
No,
Honestly.
but with this kind of mothers, whatever you send to them, they will be comparing it to the money that all the other. Remember when she came abroad, all the other siblings were in Nigeria. Now everybody is grown. Some of them are abroad now, so she'll start
Yeah.
what's the word? She starts the money the husband is sending to her. She will now start looking at it and say, my son Kini, my daughter's Kini is more than this. It's not a
Hmm.
competition.
See, that's
See,
ridiculous.
for mothers like that, there's nothing that is ever enough.
Yeah.
It's never
Before,
enough.
two things. When I was married, I remember that my sister-in-law, I used to send her money, send her clothes. She had two children, she was separated from her husband. And I remember she came down, whatever, and I did something for her. Like I gave her clothes, I did something, and she made a comment. She lied to me in a sense and told me that my husband at the time said something, was angry with her, whatever, whatever. And when I confronted my husband, he said, no, that never happened. And I knew he wasn't lying. But the
Mhm.
fact that she even did that to create, like, she was
Yeah.
trying to create
Great
friction
problems.
because
Yes.
she wanted to create problems because she wanted to gain something. That was the last day that I ever gave that same sister money,
That's
sent her
that's how
children
they are.
anything. I was just like, you know what, it's okay. If I see them, I'm cordial, I greet. But other than that, I have nothing to do with them. My own, even though my own marriage had other issues, but one of the defining moments was when my husband insisted, by fire, by force, his mother should come down and stay with us for 6 months. And this was a new marriage. This was like, maybe we haven't even been married up to 2 years. And I told him, given how we're still trying to grow and learn each other, that I don't agree. If she wants to come and visit, let her visit for 1 or 2 weeks or whatever, and she could go back, but not for 6 months. He insisted. And guess what? The nice relationship we had before with this, that I had with this woman, after that time she left, 6 months, I would not send money to her. I would not call her. That was the end of it for me. If he's talking to her, oh, help me to greet mommy. Help me to greet mommy. Tell her, I say, you want to talk to her? No, it's okay. It's okay. Greet mommy for me. That's it. Because I saw her true character. And
Yeah.
she was also putting her nose in our marriage
Of
and
course.
causing more issues. So it was like she and my husband would gang up on me. She would have a complaint. She would tell my husband. My husband would now fight me on her behalf. Mind you, this is somebody, again, his mom that was staying in our house that doesn't even speak English. So she doesn't even know what I'm saying to her most times. So many times I would have to get people to tell her what I need, what I was telling her. But we didn't have any issue. I was never disrespectful, never have any discord with her, but she would just bring up issues. And
Yeah.
he will now come to fight me. To one point, there was a time and point I told her, I said he can leave the house with his mother. The two of them
Hmm.
can go.
Hmm.
That's how bad it had gotten. But by the time she left, even to this day, I mean, we're divorced now. To this day, he lives in his house. When I go to his house to pick up my son, whatever, if his mom is inside, I don't go there to say hello. I
Hmm.
don't I don't
The
greet
mom
her.
is still living with him in America.
Ah, long story,
She
my dear.
moved to
One day I
America
will come in.
permanently.
He brought all
Permanently.
his siblings and the mother to America, in
Hmm.
spite and despite him not being a good father, a good husband. It was almost like his family became secondary, and that was the primary. And
Hmm.
he did not tell me that when we got married. It was always his objective. But that's a
Hmm.
story for another day. Yeah, I went through a lot, and that's why I thank God. There was a lesson I needed to learn. But the funny thing is that
Hmm.
despite all I went through with my ex, I also see that God knew He had to put me through that to draw me closer to Him. I would have never
Hmm.
I would have never reached the level, and maybe anything can happen, but the level I am spiritually, prayerfully as a Christian is because all I suffered through that marriage, all I went through that journey. And we were married for 13, 14 years. But guess what? Within the first
Hmm.
4 years, not even up to 4 years, we were separated. So technically married for 13, but separated for 4, living separately for 9 years. But every time he said, "Oh, we want to
Jesus.
reconcile," it was just behavior. Behavior. We were never aligned. He
Hmm.
puts everything and anything before me and our household. And
Yeah.
that wasn't going to sit well with me. And I
Mommy's
and I
boy.
kept telling him I didn't want to be like my foremothers, my four grandmothers, whatever,
Hmm.
that will be
Hmm.
suffering in silence, and I'll be complaining 20, 30 years in to be like, "Oh, he's doing." No, life is too short. I only have one
Hmm.
life to live. And
Hmm.
I used to tell God in my prayer, God, I don't want this marriage to send me to hellfire. I don't want to go to hellfire because of any marriage. It's better you take this marriage away, because that's what it's going to lead to. You know?
Hmm.
So, and he, every time he said, "Oh, I would do better, I would do," mm-mm. But you
The
know
man,
what I paid attention to? Not what he said, but what
but
he
what he
did.
does. Hmm.
Actions and inactions. And when your
Hmm.
actions shows me that we are not a priority, the marriage is not a priority. That's there's almost like you just marriage in name only,
Hmm.
not in behavior, not
Hmm.
in pattern, not in priority. Then what's the point? If I'm a single mother in marriage, then there's no point in me being married. You live
Yeah.
your life, I live my life.
Hmm.
So for this lady, she values that man, this marriage, and what she's building. Do not give her mother room. Love
Hmm.
her from afar.
Hmm.
Continue with your prayers. Let the Holy Spirit lead and guide you.
Hmm.
But family members, anybody coming to your household, honor your husband. Give him respect. So don't do that to him.
Hmm. Wow.
Sorry, my dear, I took up so much of your time.
No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Thank you very much for sharing.
No problem.
So until some, I mean, this is digressing now, but some people don't know what it means to live to cleave. They
Hmm.
never leave. They
They,
are,
they they don't.
PK
They
said the
don't.
family you are building, this is what I said to this young lady. I said to her, I said, the family you are building is more important than the family you are coming from. You've
The
left the
Bible
family you are
says
coming from.
the marriage, when you leave, a husband will leave his mother and father and will cleave to his wife. That's your first ministry.
Yeah.
That's your first ministry. The Bible says is God, then is the man, the wife, the children of that
Hmm.
covenant. And then
Yeah.
all others. Now, we don't
Hmm.
say it because it sounds good when you're taking your vows. That's how God ordained it to be. Yes,
Yeah.
my own mother and father, they're living where they're living. Even sometimes, they're retired now, and I would ask them, "Do you need anything?" They said, "No, we're okay. We have our retirement with da 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 da." But they want my good, and we all as family members, if anybody has a situation or a family emergency, we come together. We do,
Yeah.
and sometimes I just bless them, not because they're expecting it. They're like, "No, take care of yourself. We know you're doing whatever." But it's like you look for each other's good. You
Yeah.
want each other's happiness.
Uh-huh.
you know.
Uh-huh.
But this lady, even though she has apologized, I no, don't let that lady now use your marriage as an experiment to
Uh-huh.
show you what not to do.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I would
Uh-huh.
not do that, and you don't want to disrespect that your husband, because again,
Oh, Nick, you've been talking since. You've been
sorry, let
talking.
me
You no no
go.
no 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 no. Wait, wait, wait. I'm going somewhere. I'm not complaining. You finally hit the word that I'm looking for. Respect. You know,
Yes,
you spoken. I've been listening, but when I spoke to her, that is what I was emphasizing.
and
You
men
know,
look
you know
for
when we
that.
say respect,
Men,
respect. What does respect
they
mean? This
live
is
on that.
respect. This
Yes,
this is what respect means. If you are going to allow a man to leave his house because your
yes.
mother is coming, a mother that doesn't like him, does that prove
Mhm.
respect? So you hit the nail on the head. Finally, it's about
But
respect.
Sister B, think about it. That's your house that you have with your husband. You're living there with your children, and your husband now said, "Please, can you go? Can you leave so that my mother
It's
will
not.
now
It's
come?"
not. It's not. It's not open
Hey,
for discussion.
it's not. It's never possible. Not in this lifetime or
Never.
the next.
It's
Amy,
not possible. It's not
no.
even something we should
Hey,
discuss. Leave for where?
mm-mm.
To
and
go
and
to
the fact
where?
that the guy is even, you know what, that's her first warning sign, because what I don't want to happen to this lady, the fact that the guy said, I will go someplace, and if you like, let her come. You know what, he may be nice, he may be telling you that, but I promise you, you are
The
sowing
marriage will
the
never be the
seed
same
of
again.
discord. It
That
won't
is the
last.
beginning of the
It will
marriage
not last, because
because
there'll
you
be
chose your
another lady
mother over
outside
your
that will
husband.
say, I can
Nah,
never, what
nah,
do
nah,
you suffer. Don't
no,
give devil room.
nah.
He's already warning you sometimes, and we know men don't speak too much. The fact that he even offered that to you, and you're even thinking about taking it, my sister, you don't love that man. You don't value this marriage. You
Hmm.
really don't. Because I would say, mommy, it's not possible. Thank you. Now, if she's coming now for medical reasons, whatever,
Yeah.
hey, okay,
No.
come down 1 week
She's
or
coming to
whatever,
do
but you
cardio
cannot
to
come and
show
stay in my
her
house. You
mate
can
that
find.
she's come abroad.
No, I don't trust the mother. I'm sorry. And
Thank you.
this lady, I'm not disrespecting your mother. I respect her as a mother. I do not trust your mother. I do not trust her intentions. I do not trust her motives. And I fear if your mother comes down, what you have built, what you have grown, what you value the most, what you say you appreciate and love, she would destroy it in that time. Do not give the devil room. That's it. And if you decide against all good advice to do it, okay, we will wait to hear the story again in future. How your mother came and everything scattered. Because a word is enough for the wise. We have to make
Absolutely.
better choices. Let's not repeat the mistake that others have made.
Absolutely. Hmm. Wow. Nick, this really hits home for you. I've never seen you this passionate before. This was
No,
really, really
because
something
sometimes
that touched some chords in you.
it touches some chords, but sometimes we hear stories. How many stories, Sister B? You know how many years I've been here? How many stories have we heard of people
Yeah. Nick, are you there? We can't hear you anymore. Yeah. Nick was really, really passionate tonight. And she speaks my mind anyway. So before Nick comes back to sign off, thank you everybody. Have you given this a like? People are not liking though. Guys, please like it. Please check my community page. Ola is running a free relationship camp. If your marriage you have any issues at all, no matter how small, mm, because small things can grow to become big things though. Mhm. Uncle Patrick, this lady wanted to speak to you. She mentioned some names, and you are one of the people. She said, Uncle Patrick, Brother Bio, Ola. If she even said she's registered to Ola and she's subscribed to Ola's channel. Yeah. Nick, are you there? Unmute yourself. You got caught
I'm
up there
here.
for a
Sorry.
minute.
People keep calling me. They don't know I'm doing business
They don't
now.
know you're about your father's
They don't
business.
know. It's like back to back call. Leave me alone. I'm cooking. Let me cook. So sorry. Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm just saying that we have to be wise. And in as much as she loves her mom, she respects her mom. But even our own parents don't know what's best for us. Let me give you another good example, if you permit me 1 minute.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
When I was doing my bachelor's in accounting, and I was getting close to the end, and my dad now asked me, mind you, only girl, oldest, four brothers, family of seven. He said, oh, now that you're about to graduate, what is your plan? I said, my plan is to do my master's. And he said, why? I said, what do you mean why? I'm looking for more money. He said, no, you should be looking for the person you're supposed to marry, get
Marry.
married,
Mhm.
have
Mhm.
children, and then
Mhm.
later you can go back to school. I
Mhm.
said, which children, which marriage? I said, Daddy, you want me to get married, have children, and later go back to school? I said, you. Now, remember, I told you my story. My dad was doing medical school. Now,
Yeah.
medical school, you have to pass is a two-part exam, right? You pass A, and you have maybe up to a year to pass B. My father would pass A, would not be able to pass B. And this is a man that's also working full time
Hmm.
with two, three, four, eventually five children. So imagine
Jesus.
working full time, part time, per diem, because you
Hmm.
need money, right? My mom was
Hmm.
also working as a nurse, and he doesn't have time to study. So for a long time, even though he's a doctor in Nigeria, even though he's a doctor in Paris, he did his residency there, he was never able to achieve that in this US. So I
Hmm.
said to Daddy, Daddy, why will you be telling that? Especially when you've gone through this struggle. And when
Hmm.
I've asked you, what do you think is the reason why you've never passed? He said, well, I have to work. There's not time to study. I have the family to take care of. I said, but Daddy, knowing what you went through, why then are you advising me to do that?
We go and do family first.
And
Yeah.
you think it would yield me a good result?
Mm-hmm.
He just became quiet. I said,
Hmm.
no, my objective, and my mother, and I've said this before, my mother have always told me, your first marriage is your degree.
Hmm.
Have your degree so
Hmm.
that in future, if
Hmm.
anything happens, you're able to take care of yourself and your children. You don't have to depend or rely on any man. She told me this when I was a kid. I didn't understand. As
Your
I've
first
gotten older,
marriage.
hey,
Your first marriage is your degree.
your first marriage is your degree. And
Never heard
I
that
and
before.
initially when I was doing my bachelor's, I wasn't thinking of masters. And one day the chairperson of the department said, if you get your masters, don't you know, if they have a candidate that has bachelor's and you have masters, it's you they will look at first. It's you that will have the competitive edge. It's you that will have more money. And because I want more money, I did it. Not because it was easy. And at that time, I was engaged, I was in a relationship. I was pregnant with my daughter when I walked, right? I had my daughter in July. You think that would have stopped anything? It didn't stop anything. And I still walk. I still started my master's in August. And let me preface all this with saying I have sickle cell disease. I have sickle cell
Wow.
disease.
Oh,
So I
wow.
have a debilitating lifelong disorder that I have to deal with. So
Oh
I
my
get
God.
tired, I get lethargic. If I don't take care of myself, I can fall sick, I go to the hospital. But I know I have to push through because there's nobody else that will do it for me. So
Oh my
while I'm
God.
doing and while I'm doing my masters, brand new baby, masters, I'm still working full time. Oh, to the point my parents used to cry and beg me that I should stop something. I said no, because time wastes for nobody. That
Hmm.
2 year program, I finished it in a year and a half. And lo and behold, eventually the engagement I had ended, and now I was single parent. But guess what? I'm a single parent that was capable of taking care of the child that God blessed me with. And
Wow.
now, so I was able to prepare. I did the hard work in my youth so that I will enjoy it in future. My children will be okay in future.
Hmm.
Whether the daddy gives child support, he doesn't give child support, the daddy is there, he doesn't. Not that it won't pay us as mothers, yes. But guess what? God has never left me stranded.
Hmm.
And I remind God, God, you're the one that blessed me with these children. It's you that will help me to take care of them. It's you that will provide. And God has made it possible. My family don't feed me. I don't even run back to my family. Not that they're not there if I need them, of course. But out of
Hmm.
5 children, I'm the only one they trust. Buki will figure it out. That's my middle. Everybody knows me as Buki. Buki will get there. I know Buki will do it. And once in a while, if I need them, everybody runs to help me if I need them. But I
Hmm.
always find a way to power through and to keep pushing forward. So you have to push forward. And I'm doing it by myself. I bought my first home by myself. No money from anybody, no contribution, no anything. I put it in prayer. God. And I'm in Texas, so community property state. Remember, I told you I was separated.
Yes,
I
yes.
was separated. And this guy, when we are trying to buy a house for more than 7 years, this guy will be the one to cancel the plan each and every time because devil was using him. But I took it back to prayer. That's when I started going to MFM because I said something must change. Enough
Hmm.
is enough.
Hmm.
Power must change hands.
Hmm.
And God did it in a way. And I was very specific in my prayer. God, I want this house. I want a house in my name only. I don't want a single cent from this man so that he will not take the glory from you.
Hmm.
So that he will not be able to tell people he's the one that helped me. Nobody should do this but you through
Wow.
me. Do it
Wow.
for me. And when the time comes, don't even let him be around to mess
Hmm.
everything up. Lo and behold, that's how contract came. He had to go to Port Harcourt during that time. That's how I prayed that he will sign power of attorney, that he doesn't need to be there. You know, community property state, they have some rules and regulations when you're still technically married. That's how he traveled. And he even got stuck, because I think that was around, he even got stuck in Port Harcourt during that time, that he couldn't even make it back. That's how I did everything smoothly and collected the keys, and God
Hmm.
did it for me. So when I talk about this prayer life, when I talk about as a Christian, hey, did I used to do this before when I was growing up? No, because I didn't know it was possible. Not that I know, not that I see, not that God is working in me, Holy Spirit is growing in me. There's some things, and we're still learning. As
Hmm.
Christians, we still learn. But learn from
Absolutely.
other people that have gone through it and don't repeat the same mistake. If you
Hmm.
value that man, if you love that man, if you respect
Hmm.
that man, do
Hmm.
not dishonor him for your mother's sake. It's no
Hmm.
longer you, your mother, and your sibling. It's you and your husband and the
And your
family you create.
children.
Period. Period. And
Wow.
if God has blessed you with this and you take it for granted, hmm, you only have yourself to blame.
Wow. Nick, oh my goodness. Never seen you like this before. Never. This
This
this really hits home for you because the way you spoken, the passion, the emotion, I feel it 100%. Thank you so much.
no problem,
Thank you
my
for
dear.
being vulnerable. Thank you for
Oh, no
sharing
problem.
your testimony, your pain, everything. Thank you. Like, oh my God, I want to come back to Houston and hug you.
No problem. I share, I testify so that other people will know if God
Thank
has
you.
done it for
This
me,
is
he will do it
ministry.
for them.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you just preach the gospel now. I mean, yesterday morning, in Jehovah Witness people they came to my door and were knocking my door around 6 a.m. I'm like, who is in the door? You just you just preach the gospel. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no
Thank you.
problem. It shall
Thank you
be
for
well with
speaking
all of
from your
us. My
soul.
prayer is that it will be well with this lady and her marriage. And just continue to pray and to stand firm. God will lead and
Mhm.
direct her if she only asks. So thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
having me. Have a
Thank you,
blessed day.
Nick. I
No
love
problem.
you. You know
Love you
I love
too.
you. Tikpe tikpe. I still love you. Thank
Love
you.
you. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my God, Nick. Oh, Houston. Are you sure I will not come back to Houston? I love Houston, though. All my Houston people, and you know how gorgeous this woman is, eh? Jesus. She's so beautiful. Eh? Dudu Oshu. She's so gorgeous. But Patrick, I'm going to come to you because this lady specifically asked for you. Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you for sharing. I do appreciate you. From glory to glory, your testimony. Wow. She's even sharing things, and I've known her for so long. I've met her in person when I was in Houston last year. Never knew some of these things she's sharing tonight. So it means that this story really touched her. This is what I tell you about human stories. Natu, thank you so much for that super chat. Human stories are so powerful because we connect. She can see elements of that story in her own. That's why she was able to connect and pour out herself the way she has done. Wow. Thank you so much. I'm getting a lot of people that haven't been here before contributing tonight. Hey, Didion, unmute yourself, please. Hello. Hey, Didion, can you unmute yourself? I can see you in the studio, but you're muted. Hello?
Hello, Auntie B. How are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome. Where are you joining us from?
From US.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me quickly introduce myself. I've been listening to your program all the time through my wife. In fact, we sometimes we listen to your programs together, and it's really, really educative. We learn a lot from you.
Thank
And
you.
to be very, very candid, you're doing a very, very awesome job. Like it's
Oh,
it's it's um it's an amazing job that you're doing. You're touching a
thank
lot of
you.
lives,
Thank you.
home and abroad. Keep doing what you're doing. You're
Thank
touching
you.
people's lives. I know it's
Some
not
people
all
are
about
stopping their wives from watching me. Oh, this one you are
oh,
saying now. Eh, Eddie?
no, seriously. Sometimes I'm the one that tell my wife, "Oh, look, Auntie B is online. Oh yeah, you gotta
Really?
go listen to. Yeah,
I
I'm
already know
listening
you're
to
a
that right
healthy
now."
man. I know you're a healthy man for doing that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
seriously. Yeah, I'm one of the men that do advocate for women. I grew up amongst a lot of women,
Mm-hmm.
and I know the pains, the struggle so many
Mm-hmm.
women go through.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see fellow men do some crazy, stupid things towards women, I feel like, I mean, I should punch them on their faces. You know? Yeah. So I just want to like appreciate you for what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Then let me just quickly add to what you're saying. I'm the only child to my parents, and
Mm-hmm.
I actually live with most of the time I live with my auntie, and my auntie, they were like a struggling family. They
Mm-hmm.
had six kids.
Mm-hmm.
So the first child was a girl,
Mm-hmm.
and there was I think about 10 years gap
Mm-hmm.
between her and the other children. So she was like the only person doing a lot of things in the house, and they weren't really that
Well
buoyant
to
when it
do.
comes to,
Yeah.
yeah, well to do.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
didn't really have much. So one thing as I grew up, I now realized that one thing about first child
Mm-hmm.
is that they get to realize very early in life what they need to do for themselves. I don't know if it's like majority of them or just few of them. That self-realization comes so quick to first children,
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that if they see their family in a situation that's not comfortable, they quickly want to get the family out of that stage.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a sense
That's
of
yes,
responsibility.
sense of
Mm-hmm.
responsibility. That's always a problem,
Mm-hmm.
because the parents had quickly like put them in that forefront to
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of things. The
Yeah.
subsequent children that do come in, they're like, oh, okay, let me say, for example, the first child's name is Selena. They'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Selena is going to do it. Oh, they'll be doing mommy's baby,
Yeah.
daddy's baby, and all
Selena
that.
is
So,
assistant parents.
yes, assistance parent. So
Mm-hmm.
Selena will, like in that early stage, realize that I need to get my parents out of this struggle. I
Mm-hmm.
need them to be comfortable. So it now depends on how passionate the first child is,
Mm-hmm.
let me use the word compassionate the first
Mm-hmm.
child is, and how
Mm-hmm.
loving the first child is. That
Mm-hmm.
first child might struggle to get the family out of that situation to her own or his own detriment. So
Yeah.
that first child always needs someone to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
You always need somebody to talk to them and tell them, look, you have your dreams, you have your family, you have to balance these two together. You cannot carry your family to your own detriment. You want to get married, you've seen somebody you love, somebody that loves you back, and you're saying to yourself, oh, I cannot get married right now, and I have to
I
work, I
have
have
to
to
train.
gather a
I
lot
have
of
to train my younger ones.
yes, I
Yeah.
have to train a lot of my younger ones to make sure they are okay. Because these younger ones, another thing is that they just feel it's your responsibility to take care of them.
Yeah.
They don't want to put the blame on the parents. They just feel,
Mm-hmm.
oh, my sister, she has finished university.
Mm.
It's her responsibility to work and send me money.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. It's a parent's responsibility to take care of them.
Yeah.
So,
Unfo-
as I said, it all depends on the first child's mind. If it's like a compassionate child, that child might find it very, very difficult to pursue his or her dreams. So that's
Absolutely.
always where the problem is. That's why I advocate right now. I always tell my wife, look, my kids are here. I'm doing all I can for them, but
Hmm.
I don't want them to be my investment.
Hmm.
I don't want them to come and take care of me. If I want to take care of my kids till the day I die, that's what I wish for myself. I don't want my child to be struggling just to make sure that I am okay. What am I living for? My job is to protect my kids. My job is to provide for my kids. I'm not investing in them to say, okay, when I'm. I
You
mean,
come and pay me
if
back.
I'm yes, to
Mm-hmm.
come and pay me back, just like
Mm-hmm.
what Ashake's father is doing right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
he doesn't even realize what he's putting that child through. Everybody is judging that child,
Yeah. Yeah.
saying he has to, and that child he's been sending money to him. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to appreciate the child in front of the whole world. He's
Mm-hmm.
condemning his own child.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what these children go through. First, children are like maybe any child that gets rich,
Mm-hmm.
just like Ashake. The whole family wants to look up to you. The whole family wants to.
It's
If
too
you're not
much.
careful, if you're
It's
not
too much.
careful, you'll be in a very serious danger.
The
So
burden is too much.
it's so yeah. So the problem right now is what is this people? What are these people going to do right now to make sure they
Mm.
balance the situation, the family life, and their dreams?
Yeah.
So that is where the problem lies.
So the
They
question
have to
she's
be very
asking,
decisive. Okay.
so the question she's asking specifically because of time is that I don't know if you heard the story. The mom has been a thorn in their flesh all these years, and he is coming to the country where they live now to visit the brother. He wants to come to their house. So in your opinion, is she's torn. Should I listen to my husband? Should I listen to my mother or my love for my mother to come to my house? Even though the husband is saying, I'm leaving this house if your mother comes here. What do you think?
Um, well, I don't. Marriage is always very difficult to, to judge, and sometimes I always tell my wife, but everyone's marriage is kind of unique, and is
Mm-hmm.
always based on the foundation that they started. You know, if me personally, I love my wife to the extent that anybody that comes from her side, I always like appreciate those people. Except maybe the
Mm-hmm.
person really has a problem with me, then I'll tell my wife, I'll say, look, I'm cutting this person off. I think I have a problem with the person, and the person has a problem with me, so it's not gonna work. So it all depends on the foundation, how it started, because as I always tell people, every spouse that you want to marry, they are like people's children,
Mm-hmm.
So when you're getting married to someone, you have to make sure you carry the whole family along as well. For the man, for sorry, for the lady, I feel she she has to talk to the mother about the situation, about what the husband is saying. I don't think there's any point the mother going to
You
the
say,
house.
how's she gonna talk to the husband about a man? She doesn't even like the man. She
No,
didn't
I
want
mean
her
the
to get
mother.
married. No, the father is late.
Oh,
There's no
so
father.
sorry. Let me get the story straight. So the mother is going to the daughter's house.
The mother is coming to the country
Okay.
on invitation by her other son. He wants to come, she wants to come and visit the daughter in her home with her husband and children to meet them and bond with them. And the husband is saying, if your mother comes, I'm leaving for the time that she's going to be there because I don't trust her because of the role she's played in this marriage over the years. Who is she going to listen to? Who would you advise her to listen to?
To me, I feel she should just listen to. She should just communicate with the mother. Tell the mother not to come. Then try to find a way to make the mother see the kids and just have some time with the kids. There's no need for the mother to go to
Mhm.
the house. It's gonna be chaotic.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
there's no need for her to go to the house. You just figure out a
Mhm.
way of taking the children to see the mother and just have a
Yeah,
like special time together and all that.
yeah,
Because at that stage, the husband, he's on fire. He has
yeah,
made plans.
yeah.
He's like a timing bomb
No,
at
and
that
it's not.
moment.
I mean, to be honest, the husband has good reasons for not wanting this mother-in-law in his home and being there with her, because she's shown over the years that she cannot be trusted.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm. She's shown over the years that she cannot be trusted. She lied against him. She's tried to put their heads together. She's tried to tear the marriage apart. She's done everything in her capacity to tear them apart. So I don't blame him.
Okay, yeah. If that's the case, I think the best thing for the man to do would be for the man to allow the mother to come, then sit them down and spill out everything, pour out his mind,
Mhm.
pour out his mind, tell the
You see?
mother-in-law what you did hurts me a lot. I've realized that you lied
Mm-hmm.
against me. If you're sorry,
Mm.
I'm ready to forgive you. If you're not, I think I'm not ready to receive you in my home.
Hey, where are
That's
you from? Are you from Akwa Ibom or Cross River?
yes, yes. Yeah, I'm from Akwa Ibom.
You're a very nice man. Oh no, you don't know Edo women. That's why you're talking like this. Edo women, Jesus. No, it's not going to work with Edo women. Edo women are
They
very,
have
very,
pride.
not pride. They are strong-willed, very assertive. They stand on business. So this is your solution. You said everything right, but this final one, could it work? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna
Um,
work.
I mean,
You're too nice.
no, no, no. I mean, me,
Call your husband.
I'm
Call
always
your
open
husband.
to,
Call
I'm
your
always,
mother. And let's talk. No, it won't work.
I'm always
No,
open to, negotiation for peace to reign.
no,
But
no. You don't know Edo women.
if somebody
No,
is
this
not,
kind of
but
women.
if somebody is not ready, if like the mother is not ready, I'm not ready. I'm not
No,
ready.
the mother,
I'm very peaceful, but I'm very
the mother
hard-hearted
that
as
said
well.
that she's not wearing gold. She said she's not wearing gold like her mates. You've not bought me house. You've not bought me car. You think she's gonna sit down and be talking to you? For her, let me tell you something. In her mindset, and this is not general to all Edo women. My mother is an Edo woman, so no. But this category of Edo women that we're talking about, for her husband is a failure. Number one, because you are the one that stopped my daughter from giving me the life that I should live. They feel very entitled to wearing this sort of jewelry, this sort of clothing, this sort of lifestyle. They demand it. So that's not going to work, I'm afraid, my
Yeah,
brother.
do they have kids?
Yeah, they've got kids. Yeah, they got two kids.
I mean, then damn the woman. I wouldn't have a time. I have time for my
Mm.
wife and my children, and
Now
that's
you
it.
are
Those are
talking,
the
my
people that
brother.
matter in my life.
Thank
If you
you.
like,
Thank
carry
you
your
so
head
much.
and knock on the wall. Me, I'm just open for peace, to extend
Peace.
my
Nah,
love
yeah.
to you. But if you're not ready for it, then stay on your side. I'll stay with my family, give my family the
Uh,
best that I can.
oh, yeah. So now
That's the most important thing.
your wife is lucky to have a very healthy man like you. Thank you so
She
much.
doesn't say that too. She's always hiding to
Tell her
say
I
one
say
thing.
she's lucky to have a, and I'm looking at your picture. You are handsome as well, and you
Thank
have
you.
such a healthy self-esteem, and you are so healthy in your mind, in your spirit.
Yes.
God will bless you.
Hey,
Thank
you
you.
even need to even go to my Instagram page. I do a lot of fun stuff with my
Really?
family. That's
Okay,
what
DM me then.
that's what
DM
I
me on
promote.
Instagram so that I can see you.
All right,
My name on
okay.
Instagram is Obodo TV. Just DM me so
I'm
that I can
following
check you
you.
out.
I'm following you.
Okay.
Don't worry.
DM me, okay?
Okay. All right.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for calling. Yeah, no, it's gone past. Thank you, Didier. You are a very nice person. So, yes, let's come down. Just, nice people always think that being nice will solve everything. Let's just have a family meeting. Mommy, we love you. What's happening? Why are you doing this? Nah. Those mothers, these mommies, nah, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's say Bra Patrick and then Natu will end very quickly. Ekro Lesa, Bra Patrick, so sorry. I'm supposed to send you that thing. Me or Roti, Emma Dinu. Oh, God will help me. Busy, 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 busy. Bra Patrick, are you there? Can you hear me? Natu, okay. Quickly jump in there while we're waiting for Bra Patrick to come in. Unmute yourself.
Hi, Auntie B. Happy
Hello,
Sunday.
darling. Happy Sunday, darling.
Matter of fact, Nick Deji has finished that show.
What's talking in your background?
I said Nick Deji has finished the show for us.
Yes, there's noise in your background.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Bro Patrick is time.
I'm
Okay, hold on.
driving.
Oh, you're driving. Okay. Not to hold on. Okay, Bro Patrick, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Auntie B, I'm taking time to listen to everybody. Thank God for my sister Buki. What I'm just going to say, Auntie B, number one, I said it in my comment. Okay, it has nothing to do with age. Anybody that is married is a mature, especially is a matured woman or man that goes into marriage. Number one, if you are married, you are a matured human being. Marriage is not meant for kids. And number two, from this girl's story, this lady has tried, Auntie B. I was just studying the story of Ahab. This man, Ahab, was a prostitute because he rescued the spies.
Hey, Bro Patrick, Bro Patrick is driving, so the internet is not steady. Hello, Bro Patrick, can you hear us? Bro Patrick is cut off. Okay. Let's wait for him to come back. But Natu, what do you have to say in 3 minutes? Go.
Okay. So first of all, right, I agree 100% on Nick Deji. Like she just said everything. Like she has just finished the show for us. But one thing I want to say is that one of my foster brothers in America had a scenario with a girl that he was dating that wanted to marry. And to be her mother was so jealous of her that she cancelled the marriage. She cancelled the wedding plan. What she told the
Yeah.
girl was that yes, in 2 years, that he was dating this girl, that was how much he lost her. Every small weekend they have, because he's a medical doctor. Once he's off, they go to like one mini vacation. In 2 years, they've gone to 56 countries. He was the first person that started introducing the girl to wearing like brand name clothes. Like he really loved the girl. On her birthday, he rented a theater and invited her family members for her birthday and all sorts. We went and did engagement party. The next thing the mother told the girl that Nigerian men cannot be trusted. That
Hmm.
this one that he's doing like this, that he has a wife at home, that the girl should not marry him. After they've gone to deposit for hall, we have picked Ashobi.
Ló bá tán.
So what I just wanted to say to this sister is that there's a high possibility a lot of mothers, we have a lot of mothers out there that want the life that their daughters have and they don't have it. And so all they do is to cause chaos in that home so that that thing will just pass.
Hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying, TB? Because
Yes,
my
I
brother has I've experienced that with my brother like directly. So that's why I understood where Nick is coming from.
Somebody
And
has been saying consistently, some parents are jealous of their children. Some
yes,
parents are
yes,
jealous of EJ has
yes,
been saying this from
yes,
he's posted it so many
yes,
times. Some parents are jealous
yes,
of their children. Some
yes.
parents are jealous of their children.
There's a high chance the mom wants that life, a man that will look take care of her the way that man is taking care of her daughter. She wants it, but she can't have it. And
Wow.
I'm telling you, that man knows what he's saying, that he doesn't want to stay in the same house with that woman. That woman is even probably thirsty. She might probably want to tempt the guy or something like that. You know, these old women that their libido is high, you don't know them. Oh. So what
Eh?
I was saying, Nick Deji has said to the sister earlier, now that she's married, her marriage is one of her highest calling. And she will have to honor her husband first. Because this legacy that she's building is higher than the one that she's coming for.
Hmm.
This is her first assignment. That's just the truth. So now this is if her husband doesn't want the money, you have to look for what to tell your mother. You have to look. Mommy, and we don't have space, this and
Yeah,
that. Maybe just
that's
say
what I told
brother
her.
can
I
to come
told
out.
her
Yeah,
construct a story. Find a story to
just
give her.
find one sweet story and give her. That's all. That's all. And for people that know your mother has a track record of doing all these things. I don't know why they tell you some things. And to me, my mom is a very sweet woman, oh, but there are some things that my mother would do that I was saying that my mama do all long. Wow, light and light. My mom is sweet, but she can be very spicy sometimes. So if something happen, they'll like, hey, I'll say, mom, if you do this one, they'll say, why are you talking like that? Now my mother, I know her. There's no need to hide it. So if you
Hmm.
know what she can do, just now all you need to do is to protect your woman, protect your marriage. You have a man that your mother is doing all of this, he's still sending pocket money to her.
Yes,
That
he
man is a
does.
good man.
He's a good
He's a
man.
good man.
I told her.
Ah, he's a good
He's a,
man.
yeah.
Some people
Mhm.
just cut you off. They don't want to hear anything that has to do with your mother. They'll just cut her off. But it is because he's treating the woman like his mother. Like if it's my mother, if she offend me, she won't actually be giving her money. I'll be giving her money. So let me be giving her money. So he's a good person. It's just that he doesn't want chaos in his house. The person that doesn't want you to progress, they give you money to build a house. They want to collect money. You said no, you won't give. Does that look like a good person to you, Auntie? No,
No, no.
now.
Mm-mm.
That woman wants the life that girl has. That's her problem now. So the girl has to protect the life that she has. And to that girl
Absolutely.
that mother denied my brother marrying, she went and married somebody, and the husband died after one. He died after 1 year. She's a widow now with a
Hmm.
small baby. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Show.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
there are mothers that want the life their daughters have, but they can't have it.
I
So they'll
believe
just
you.
be causing
I
trouble
believe
up
you.
and down. Like say when they share the husband.
Mm,
But that Obodo
mm,
sister, we're praying for her. Please, she should stand up for Ola. Ola will be the best decision she has
mm,
ever made in her life. I'm telling you, Auntie B. It
mm.
will be the best
Yeah.
decision she has ever made. So please, she should. And all
Mm-hmm.
our Obodo healthy men, we greet you and we're very grateful for you. Like brother Edion that just came up, we're very grateful. Nick Deji, Dove cap for her today, Auntie B. Yeah,
Wow.
well,
I
she was
didn't
just
even know
preaching.
she and
She was
Uzo.
preaching.
It's the way people are making connection on this platform that we didn't even know.
And
She
to be,
and Uzo, they
you
are
know who is my
besties.
best friend now, but no, boy, Chinye. Chinye is my girl. I went to
You
Maryland to see Chinye
Uzo was
herself.
busy telling me in the comment section, that's my bestie. I say, who is your bestie? You
Yes,
are in Canada.
yes,
She was like, this is my
yes.
bestie. The way
And to
you guys
me,
have
you
made
don't know what
friends on this
about the farm.
platform,
You
eh?
don't know what about the farm I've done to
Obodo
us. Chinye
fam,
is my
you guys
girl.
are doing wonders.
Yeah,
I
Chinye,
love it.
Chidima,
I
those
love
are my
it.
people. Yeah. So
Well done. Well
no,
done. Thank you
yes,
so
ma.
much, my darling.
Have a blessed week,
Mm.
ma.
And you too, my darling. Thank you. Not to, I love you. You know that. Tikpe, tikpe. Okay, we're running up now. Brother Patrick Ekrolesa, are you still here with us? I know you are driving. I'm so sorry. Your network is epileptic at the moment. Uncle Patrick Shagbawa, can you hear us? If you cannot hear us, because this person specifically asked for you, I'm going to say you should send me a voice note so that I'll send to her. She was like, Brother Patrick. Three people she spoke of. Brother Patrick, Ola, and the third person was Bio. Yeah, Bio. Ben, welcome. How are you?
Hey, Auntie B, I'm fine. How you doing, ma?
Brother Beno, you are ẹjọ́ channel mélòó lẹ ní? Different name lẹ fi máa ń wọlé. Uncle Beno, Trends Reality. Àtúgbọ́ mi lẹ́ni o. Ẹ káàbọ̀. How are
Our
you?
thank you, man. Make I not take your time, Auntie B. Shout out to that my brother that spoke earlier. In fact, now the guy motivate me, say make I just drop one or two things here. And shout out to my sister Nick for at least being vulnerable and sharing with
Yes,
us.
you met Nick
You
now
see,
when we're in
this
Houston
issue
last
of
year.
mother-in-laws is a
Mm.
big deal now in this modern marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why I've always advocated that any couple that are married nowadays and they are young and they want to make their marriage work, they must work as a team.
Hmm.
And hello, Auntie B, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Hello, ma.
I'm hearing you.
Auntie B, I can't hear you. I don't think you are hearing me, ma.
I'm hearing
Hello?
you. Go ahead, Ben. I can hear you.
Eh?
I can hear you. Oh.
Hi, can you hear me, ma?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So any couple that want their marriage to work, they must work as a team. You, your wife, your children are number one.
Number one.
When
Preach
it
it.
comes to handling in-laws, especially mother-in-laws, I will say this to my sisters that are listening now. Work with your husband. Many of our parents, it doesn't matter even if your husband brings you the entire world. If they don't like your husband, they don't like your husband.
Really?
They don't. The husband can be the best thing ever. The fact that the husband is not doing what they want the husband to do for them directly, it means the man is a no-no to them. Now, some mother-in-law will not get into your business. But if your mom is the type that is trying to get into your family business, trying to come between you and your husband, look, some men will be so patient. They will always wanted to work with you, just like my brother that called earlier was saying. They will always say, okay, let's discuss it. Let's find a way out. My sister, if you don't work with your husband, your marriage will be gone before your eyes go open. Because some men, when they have done everything and they see that it is your mom first before them, then they will start thinking of the way out. And some men will love you so much, they don't want to cause you pain or anger. That's why you will see, say, some of them, all of a sudden, they will just leave the marriage. And you will be asking, what is going on? So please, work with your husband. In the case of the sister we are discussing right now, she cannot tell me that she didn't know that her husband and her mom, they don't get along. Nothing anybody can tell me. Those two have had a very bitter, toxic relationship between them. I mean, the mother-in-law and the husband.
Yes.
And before a man who is treating you right, doing everything okay, before that man can say, for your mom to come into my house over my dead body, I would rather move out. My sister, your marriage is at the brink of collapse, There is no two way about this, and I can 100% relate with this. So the earlier you assess your husband, once you see that your husband is all about you, all the hard work, everything he's doing is for you and your children to be okay. Even if he ain't buy, you and your children will still be okay. My sister, work with your husband. Work with your husband. So how the only way they can go around this is not for that mama to come right now. They have to go and fix that relationship. The sister who is involved here is the one that have to talk to her mom. Many of our sisters, we get it. They are so into this. Oh, let me satisfy him. I want to take care of my mom. Let me take care of my parent. Fine, take care of your parent. But you need to also recognize when your mom is messing with your husband. And not until you begin to show your husband that, babe, I am with you. Sometimes there are some things that your husband cannot say to your mother out of respect. We Nigerian men, we respect our mother-in-law, no matter how it be. There are some things that the husband cannot tell her directly because he don't want you to feel bad. You are the one to tell your mom that. Your mom no get where he won't drop you. Once you talk to your mom and you let your mom realize that this is my marriage, you and my husband have to work together. If your mom insisted that she is not going to change, auntie, if you love your marriage, Just find a way to have good relationship with your mom, but leave your husband and your mom relationship alone. If your husband say, I can't deal with your mom, he can't deal with your mom with that. The same goes for men. If your mama as man is giving your wife headache, your mother is driving your wife nuts, you have to stand up to your mom. If you can't separate your mom and your wife in terms of how you manage their affairs, your marriage will be gone. It goes both ways. So in this case of mama visit, may mama no visit Jack. May mama go visit whoever the brother is going to visit. Make the wife carry the children, go meet the mama there. If the husband said one man is go meet, but if the husband said, I know me your mama come my house, she know they come. She know they come me, and I support the man 100%. They have to fix whatever is going on. If they can't fix it, there is no solution here. And if na me, I will say it now. If na me did that position where I know say no way me and your mama can ever be under the same roof, and I love you so much, and you want me your mama come by fire by force, I will leave the house, jeje. If your mama go stay 3 months, I will go rent Airbnb and stay there, carry my children with me. If you say no, okay, marriage don't off be that. And I kept saying it for me, I don't know any other man, but for me, no marriage is so much that I can't walk away from if my life is at risk. So if the guy, mama, and the husband cannot get along, there is no solution for this one until they fix it. Until they fix it. Now, person born the husband not drop from heaven. He get paid and get everybody too. So that's why I keep preaching for couples. You and your wife and your children first, no matter what. They come first. You have to protect each other. That's my take, Auntie B.
Thank you so much. Before you leave, somebody ask one quick question. What about sister-in-law? Now the same apply, Abby?
All of them are in this, Auntie B, all of them are in the same basket.
Your marriage, Maria, they are all the same.
Look, even in my home, I thank God for who God bless me with. My madam and I, we both know the rules. If you are from my white family, you don't agree with me. Now my madam herself go tell you, stay your day. If you are from my family, you don't like my wife. No even bother say, what do you want to do for my house?
I wonder.
It's not happening. If you don't like my wife, definitely you don't even like my children. Be that. It's simple. If you don't like me, you don't like my children. Forget they are my grandchildren. You know they work. That is it. If you cannot accept husband and wife the way they are, so far they have good marriage. They take care of each other. If you cannot accept them the way they are, if you have to be the one to come and tell them how to manage each other, no come. They your house, JJ. That's just my answer to that, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Ben. Congratulations on 30 plus. How many subscribers be so? Now 30, Abby.
Now I'm in 41K subscribers.
41K. Hey, Uncle Bello.
Thank you, Auntie B. Thank you, man. Yes, man.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, Brother Ben. No. Tonya, okay. You are the last but not the least. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon. Good evening. Thank you.
I need to plan a trip to Scotland because of you and
Nana.
Nana. I have to come.
Bless her.
Nana's food, I can still remember it in top of my brain.
Her chicken, I went back for it today.
Can cook.
Yeah.
Jesus. Welcome.
Okay. So, thank you so much, everyone, for what you've shared. This lady's experience is just very similar to mine. All I'll say to her is, put your hand on your head. I want to pray for you. My father, receive sense. Help me to receive sense. How the hell are you contemplating?
That's your prayer.
Receive sense. I want her to put her hand on her head and repeat after me. May I receive sense? So, in my own case, my mom is she's alive, but didn't look after us. And it's just my father. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6 children. She gave birth to them. And several times she has tried to eliminate our father.
Oh,
She
wow.
keep inciting bad words like turning those who listen to her against their father.
Hmm.
She did not train anyone in school. She did not pay their school fees.
Hmm.
Everyone is a graduate, courtesy of who?
Your
Our
dad.
father.
Hmm.
And somebody will now come and tell me to choose between her and my husband. First of all, my priority is my family now. So
Hmm.
when we talk of generational trauma, you
Hmm.
cannot change the past, the family you have come from.
Hmm.
But there is one thing you can change, which is the family you are building now. In case you don't know the family you are building now, it's your immediate family, your wife, your husband, and your children. There is something you can do in this one. You see all
Hmm.
this, my papa did this to me, my mama did this. That one don't pass.
Now story.
But change the one you are in now.
Hmm.
Impact change on it. Train the children well, become a better wife, become a better husband. So it is non-negotiable for her to even try to want to come and see her grandchildren. If she wants it now, fine. She should give me a place in a public place and I will take the children, she will see them. But not to come and share the same space with me.
Hmm.
There's going to be chaos
Hmm.
because I don't want to go too deep into it, but all I'm saying,
Hmm.
my sister that shared this story is that listen to your husband. Actually, listen to yourself. Your spirit is telling you what to do. You're just asking us. You know what to do. Listen to your heart. If your mother coming to visit, now you are somebody now. She wants to visit. And
Hmm.
everything from the story you shared, your husband has been nothing but a good son-in-law to her.
Hmm. Hmm.
He's giving
Hmm.
money to build a
Even
house.
sending money. Despite everything.
Yes, he's giving money to account for. And she cannot. She will just turn everything. Please receive sense.
Hmm.
She is your mother biologically, but you don't have your umbilical cord has been cut off from her.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it is not because somebody you came out of someone's groin or someone's egg ovary that makes the person a mother. I want you to know this. So she should
Hmm.
not come and invade your space. You should work together as a team with your husband,
Hmm.
especially the fact that he's a good man.
Hmm.
The last two caller, the gentleman that spoke, I really the one the Akwa guy that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
so gentle, gentle, gentle.
Hmm.
I love what
He
he
has a
said.
good
But
heart. People with
what I'm
good heart
saying to
always
you,
think the best of every situation.
yeah, no, this sister has to receive sense. Everybody has
Hmm.
been giving you tips here and there. I am telling you now from someone in your own shoe, closely,
Hmm.
because there no two stories are the same. Just to
Hmm.
determine this. But I'm telling you that you should choose your immediate family now, your spouse
Absolutely.
and your children, because these are the people that really, really matter to you, not
Hmm.
her. Unless you don't want peace in your home. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Tonya, darling. I appreciate you, my Scottish queen. Love you so much. I know you have a story similar to a mother and, a dad that was there. And I'm so glad that you are taking care of your dad and, you all are loving on him. I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you so much, everybody. Guys, you're not liking, no. We've been here 2 hours. Eh? We have an average of 400 people watching. The likes are not even up to 200. Take a minute to like. Me, I want to give my opinion now. Because you know me. Molen Moro. I will say my own. Just take a minute to like, then I'll give my opinion. Mm. Thank you very much, everybody who has liked. God will bless you. God will reward you. I appreciate everybody that has liked. Thank you so much. Please give us a like. It's all about learning and unlearning. And as I always say, unlearning is hard. Learning is easy. You can learn at any stage, but unlearning, there's a lot that we Nigerians have to unlearn. Yeah, we have to unlearn a lot of things. We have to unlearn the fact that as a child, it is your responsibility to take care of your adults, of your parents and your siblings. That's not correct. Okay? The dysfunction that we're talking about, the trauma, that's where it comes from. Number two, we have to unlearn the fact that when you are married, the family you are coming from will still have so much power over you. They want to be the one that will telling you what to do. They want to control you. They want to do everything. We have to unlearn the fact that parents think that because of their own selfish interest, that you shouldn't build with your partner. Okay. So when I was talking to this young lady privately before I brought the story, she wanted you guys to contribute, but I already gave her my. It was a very easy thing for me. I told her, I say, as I am now today, as I'm here, we built a community. I've been here 7 years with 100,000. I need to share my plaque. The plaque has come from YouTube. I don't know why. Those who follow me on Instagram have seen it. Weeks ago, it came about a month ago. I don't even know why I've not done the video. I'll do it. It's a very simple thing. It's not long. And I told her, I said, if you allow your husband to leave his own house. That's why when Nick was talking, I was like, when she said respect, I said yes. So we say all the time, men need respect. They need respect. What does respect mean? Because it can be just a vague word, respect. What does it mean? If you want to give the interpretation, the real definition of respect, then you put this scenario into place. He's your husband. You have children. You live together. And he said, I don't want your mother to come into my house for good reasons. Not because it's just a narcissist or he's a bad man or he's, a mongopak. Good reasons with examples. And I told her, I say, if you allow your husband to go and be squatting somewhere or paying in a hotel, then this is the beginning of the end of your marriage. It means that you don't respect him. Respect means that your husband is telling you, I don't want your mother in my house because of A, B, and C that she's done to us over the years. And you respect that. So I know it's not going to be an easy thing because it's your mother. You love your mother, right? We all love our mothers. They are lovely, they are whatever. Yeah. We love our mother. We are mothers as well. We want our children to love us, respect us. However, because of the history that you've had with this marriage and your husband and the relationship dynamics with your family, you cannot disrespect your husband by sending him out of the house so that your mother can visit. No, she's not even coming to visit you. She's coming to visit your brother who you are not talking to. So what are we talking about? Come on, Forogun. Let's not drag this. I just said to her, I said, let your mother visit your brother. Respect your husband and listen to him. Do not allow that man to leave that house because your mother wants to come and visit. For why? It's his home. So because you share rent now or you share is obodooyinbo we live in, you share bills, it means that he cannot say, does he have a genuine reason for saying that I don't want your mom, I don't trust your mom to come and be here with my children and I? No, I can't trust him. That I will go to work and come back and, I don't know. Because she's behaved like a witch. Sorry to use the word. So, a lot of people are saying submission. Yeah. Submit. Yeah, I agree. So, this is why I said to her, I said, listen to your husband, not whatever your family is saying, let them say. You need to listen to your husband. And I even gave an example. I said, you see me here all the time, talking. We build a family, we build a community. You see people making friends. Uzo is in Canada, and Nick Deji is in America, in Texas, and they are friends now, besties. We built this is what community is. We have WhatsApp group in UK, US, Canada, what's it called? Kenya. We have in Nigeria. We have in Germany. We have a community, and it means a lot to me. I said, if my partner will wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, I don't want you to do this anymore. This is why I said to her in private. I said, I want to know why, because I believe my partner shares my dreams and understand what I'm doing here, that I'm not just wasting my time. It's a Sunday evening. I should be resting after church and everything I've done today. But I've been here over 2 hours. But I want to know why. But I said to her, I say, if it comes between me choosing between my partner or Obodo Farm, guess what my answer? Guess what I would do? Obodo Farm, can you guess? Between my partner or Obodo Farm, who will I choose? Let me test you guys. Please tell me your answer in the comment section. Who do you think I would choose? I will choose my partner. I will say over the farm, I love you. Goodbye. Ìwọ̀nba tí mo lè ṣe ni mo ti ṣe. I've done what God has told me to do. I will choose my family over and over again. I will. Honestly, it's not even we're not even going to debate it. But I first of all want to know why. Okay, I want to ask. So I told her, I say, you better don't let your husband leave that house. If your husband leaves that house to go and stay somewhere because your mother, who didn't want you to get married because he wants you to be prostituting yourself and bringing money home so she can wear gold, she can tie Hollandis and wear George wrapper and join all the meeting in Benin to be doing big woman. You buy her car and build her 4 flats. Does she even love you? A mother that loves you, you want to get married and they're against it. Think about it. Every man you bring, she will condemn. She say, prophet said, pastor said, it's not good enough for you. Even now, the man is not even from far across Nigeria, the same state, but different tribes. She still has a problem with it. Think about it. I sent her that message. She sent me, she was like, she was crying. She was like, Auntie B, your words are like water to my soul. Choose your husband and your children. Your mother will be okay. And I thank God for the family that we built here, the community, because everybody spoke my mind. I don't see any one person here that said that she should allow her mother to come to her. Everybody that's called on the comment section, they all said the same thing. I will drop Obodo Farm without a blink. I will drop Obodo Farm, oh. Obodo Farm will be all right, Cynthia. But you know I can't drop you now. You're my love. I can't drop you. Sissy, Auntie B, you drop Obodo Farm, but not me. Oh. No, I can't drop you, Sissy. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I end, I just want to say, when we talk about respect in marriage, this is what men want. We'll talk about submission. This is a very good example. Your husband is saying, I don't want your mother in my house for good reasons. I can't trust her around my children. And you're saying, what should I do? Don't let your mother come. Go and greet your mother in your brother's house. Take your children. Salute her. Look for a story, an elaborate story to tell her. But respect your husband's decision. Lobaton, I don't get to, I don't know. We don't, it's not a long thing. It's not a long thing. It's not a long thing. She has other children. She'll be all right. She's lived her life. She cannot project her pain and her trauma on you. You are building a life. And you know, this woman is so intelligent. When she was telling me how she's tried to better herself, she's had to go back to college in the UK to get her English to be better because she comes from a non-English speaking country from where she came to Europe. You would not believe. I'm like, wow. Yeah. Choose your family, choose your husband, choose your children. Your mother will be okay. Don't worry. She'll be okay. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate everybody that's called in tonight, especially you, Nick Deji. Thank you so much for being vulnerable, for opening up yourself. Thank you, everybody that's called, Tonia, and all the other people that called in. I really appreciate you. Brother Patrick, I know that because you are driving, your internet was cutting off. So please send me a voice note and I'll send it to her because she specifically asked for you, Brother Bio, and Ola. Ola has a boot camp. Ola has a free boot camp. Please check my if you go on YouTube, check my community page. They don't call it community anymore. Let me share that with you before I leave. It's called Post. Let me share with you. It's a free boot camp that he's doing. Very, very free. So get in touch with Ola, and yeah, it's going to benefit you. You really, really benefit from this. It's going to help you, give you the skills that you need to navigate this. If you go to Ola school, you'll not be asking this question: who should I listen to, my mother or my husband? Wọ́n ní Yorùbá say that ọbẹ̀ tí baálé ò kì í jẹ ìyá ọbẹ̀ tí baálé ò kì í jẹ, àbí báwo náà ṣe ń sọ? Ọbẹ̀ tí baálé ò kì í jẹ ò ní ṣe o as ìyàwó. That means the soup that your husband does not eat. I know some people have the belief that we are men-hating, marriage-hating folks here, but they are wrong. We don't. We actually preach healthy relationship. We preach the things that will benefit people. So the soup that your husband does not eat, ìyàwó, wife, don't cook it though. Listen to your husband, honor your husband, and you will reap the reward. Your parents will be okay. They live their life, they are fine. So click on the link here in my post on YouTube, and yeah, Ola is offering free relationship masterclass. Yeah, just click on the link and then you get more information from that. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate everybody that's called in tonight. And I shall see you in my next one. Please give us a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Yeah. Ìyàwó ilé ò kì í ṣe, kò ní ṣe o. Ọbẹ̀ tí baálé ò ní jẹ. Tí baálé ò bá ń jọbẹ̀ yẹn, má ṣe o. Don't cook it. Don't listen to good reason. It is well with us. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Fola, thank you for helping me with the Yoruba. Ọbẹ̀ tí baálé ò ní jẹ, ìyàwó má ṣe o. Protect your home, protect your children, protect your husband. Sometimes you need to protect your partner from your family. And that applies to both men and women. Sometimes a man needs to protect his wife from his family. Now they will come laugh you later. Oh. Now they will come cut you say, see you. Yeah. When it comes to that, yeah, definitely. Choose one another all the time. When you choose one another as partners, then you are okay. No matter the small issues you have, your marriage will survive. Thank you so much, everybody. If you are just joining, start from the beginning, watch it, and please don't leave any bad comments. We are looking for solutions. Remember, we are solution focused, so let's give our empathetic understanding and empathy in our comments. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you on Tuesday night. I appreciate you. Have a good evening. Have a good afternoon. I love you guys. Bye, guys.